Page 178, Mozart Serenade and Dance. This is an example of a conductor's score for a piano, what they call a piano ensemble. It's an instrumental ensemble that includes piano. And when piano's included, a lot of times they'll call it a piano ensemble. I don't know why, they do. It's like a piano quartet or piano quintet or piano trio. It's a 4, 5, or 3 people, but one of them's piano. I don't know why they call it that, but they do, so here we go. And the idea is, can you transpose the different parts to what you need to be able to play them appropriately? Now, I can't read a conductor's score and condense it down and play it on piano like that. That doesn't work for me at all. Leonard Bernstein was known for that. He could take a full orchestra score and play it on the piano in his head. He could just reduce it down. Bully for him, I can't do that. A lot of times in these scores, conductor scores, if you study the music carefully, you'll find that the piano is just duplicating what the other instruments are doing. So if you want to hear what it sounds like, just play the piano part, and that'll give you a good idea. That's what it's going to sound like, except you got these different instruments going on. In this one, it does. Now, the bass line is duplicated. You'll see in the bass, low bass and woodwinds, they're playing in octaves. If you wanted to do that in the piano part, you could. And if you wanted to add pedal to the piano part, you would probably need to. They don't have any pedaling. That's normal. A lot of times they don't put pedaling in for the piano part. You have to add it. So you're doing it to connect these notes. And don't smear it up, so be careful. Just play octaves. You get the idea? I'm just playing because that's what some of the instruments are doing in there. Now, some of the instruments are up here. So if you're wanting that, then maybe you should play the right hand, play the melody. A closer idea of the range of where these instruments are, but just to kind of hear what the song sounds like or whatever, just play the piano part. In some music, the piano part is totally different. The piano is actually doing their own thing, and the other instruments are doing their own thing. In that case, that doesn't work. Playing the piano part doesn't let you hear what the other instruments are doing. You got to do their part. In this arrangement, it actually does. If you want to hear what it sounds like, play the piano part, more or less. But we need to make sure we understand the transpositions of all these other instruments. And they want you to play various instruments together and all that kind of thing. Well, if you look down through the beginning of the score, after the clef signs, and the clef signs are not necessarily the same, it depends on the instrument, but you see the key signatures are different. The concert keyed instruments, like piano, we have 2 flats. We're in B flat major. But then you get one in C major, clarinets, and the alto saxes are in G major, and the French horns are in F major. Not sure about the French horn thingy, but that's what they're saying. Okay, if that's what you want. And the idea is to be able to transpose these other instruments into whatever the concert key is, so you can play multiple instruments at the same time. Well, keep in mind the B flat clarinet. When a B flat clarinet plays a C on the clarinet in the music, it comes out as a B flat on the piano. It's a major second down. So all we're going to do is we're going to play in the key of B flat major, and we're going to take all the notes in the B flat clarinet part down a second. So instead of a C, it's going to go B flat actually. It's playing harmony, obviously. That's what that would do. Then the E flat alto saxophone, well, again, when it plays a C in the music, it comes out as an E flat on the piano. But if you'll just take the clef sign and change it to a bass clef, just read it as though it's bass clef in the key of B flat. So here, a bass clef, that would be a D. And so do that. Might have to come up here though. That's fine, whichever. I don't know which octave to go. Just do one. And then just read the E flat saxophone as though it's bass clef. In the key of B flat, you gotta have 2 flats. Then the B-flat cornet is like the B-flat clarinet. And a cornet and a trumpet, I won't get into the instruments yet, but you're transposing it. It's like play two flats and go down a second. So instead of an E, go D. It's for the cornet. And then the French horn, well, when a French horn plays a C, it comes out as an F on piano. So we just take everything down a fifth and we play in two flats. So instead of an F, we're going to play in B flat. We're going down a perfect fifth. Now once I get started, I can read the notes in the music. Do I go up a second, down a second, up a third, down a third, and I can get by with that. Then I go up here, and then I go up a third, and down a second, up a third. I just got to play the notes in B flat major. So that tells me which black keys to play. And then the low bass instruments are concert keyed. Okay. And the idea is to be able to play a mixture of instruments if you want. You do that. You just knock yourself out and have a ball with it. If you have any questions, you're welcome to ask, or ask your teacher, whatever. But that's basically how it works.